Hello, hi, welcome to This Is Your Spotlight. I am your host, Eurydice Roman, and I am here today. Yes, today. I won't tell you what day it is, but you're gonna figure it out when you see the interview. So I'm here with Jason J Rax in the building, regalado. So if you don't know who he is, which I don't know, people don't tend to know each other nowadays. It's more like, oh, I saw you somewhere. No, dang it, get to know me.
Mm-hmm.
And talk to me nice.
Yes, definitely.
So talk to me nice. So, let's see. He does music. He's been doing music since 2018. Yes, it's been 6 years. It's okay. 6 years is not a lot. It's all right, but it's something.
That's something.
Next thing you know, it's gonna be 10. By the time you blink, switch, and do all that, it's gonna be 10 years.
I can't wait. I can't wait for that journey. Four more
Well, you got
years.
4 more to go.
Yep. 4 more
Let's
years.
hope and pray we all survive.
Mm-hmm.
To when you get to 10-year mark. So his type of musical genre, he does of mixing and recording. So, oh, and also I forgot, excuse me, he's been doing professionally for 6 months, but he's been in the game since 2018. Know the
Yep.
difference, folks. The difference between the start and what I'm doing now. Because nowadays with music, it morphs. You could start with one thing and then morph into another, and then you could just add layers and just do that. So, J-Rax, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Cool.
Appreciate it.
Talk about yourself. I did enough talking. Go
Oh,
ahead.
good. So, guys, I am Jason Regalado, aka J-Rex in the building. Jason Regalado, he's a music artist, entrepreneur, he's a content creator, and then J-Rex. Yeah, he's a music artist, content creator. Well, Jason Regalado, he's an audio engineer.
Ah,
He's an entrepreneur. He's a creative. A lot of things. Um, but yeah, and basically, yeah, J Rax, he is a personal brand that's pouring right now. That's what I would
mm,
like to say.
mm.
Mhm.
I like how you refer to your alter ego, though.
Yeah, it's hard, but it's like a story.
No, listen, in the
Yeah, yeah,
musical game, you have to have an alter ego because sometimes music has the power to transition and transcend things.
definitely.
You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
I think every artist has that one thing. Like even look at the artists that have had longevity in the industry. We know some people have certain names, and you're just like, yeah, you sure that's your name? You sure you signed a check with that name? No, then okay, cool. Like for example, I'll give you Jay-Z, Sean Carter. Where would you get the Jay-Z from if your name is Sean?
Yeah,
Whatever creativity he had, that's on him. Then you also have Biggie Smalls, aka Christopher Wallace. So you've got that one. Let's see who else. There's so many like different artists that have like different names. Like look at Cardi B. Her name is Picales Amansar. And you're like, whoa, cool.
yeah. She got her name because of the bottle.
Exactly. And it's just like, okay, so you just sitting there 3 shots? Yeah. And I just wanted to Cardi Bacardi.
Hmm.
And then her sister's name is Carolina, that she goes by Hennessy. I'm like, ooh. I just thought of both liquors. I was just like, ay, me quema. I just thought about that. And okay, you're into mostly hip hop, a little bit of R&B and Latin.
Yeah. So funny story with the Latin. That's a whole nother person. You got Jason Regalado, you got J Rax, and you got El Regalo de la Bachata.
Ocho.
Yeah.
Ajo. El regalo de la bachata.
Hmm.
Oh. Tell me about that name.
So El Regalo de la Bachata. That name was because of my last name, which is Regalado, which means gifted.
Of
in
course, yes.
English. Yeah. So I thought of, you know what? What if I just do El Regalo de la Bachata for my Latin artist name?
Mhm.
And yeah, it sounds sexy, romantic. So that sounds good. So El Regalo de la Bachata. Yeah, that sounds good.
There you go. It works in any season.
Yep.
Valentine's Day,
Christmas,
Christmas, Mother's Day.
Thanksgiving. Yep.
There you go. Three Kings Day.
De todo.
Why limit yourself? Okay. So, all right. So each facet of your personality, what would you say is the music concentration per each facet of the personality?
What do you mean?
For example, Jason Regalado, what kind of music would he like bop to? What
Oh,
kind of
okay.
music will J Rax bop to? What kind of music will El Regalo de la Bachata? That's my
Okay.
Dominican announcer voice.
I got you. Um, so I think Jason Regalado, he's gonna listen to Anthony Santos a
Hmm.
whole lot because that's my artist that influenced me. Well, one of the artists, but I have many more.
Hmm.
Um, and J Rex, he's gonna listen to. I think he will listen to himself
Okay,
because he always wants to advance more in his music.
correct.
That's that's what he'll probably do. And
Hmm.
then El Regalo de la Bachata, I think he's still trying to create more music because with him, he dropped one song in 2021 and haven't dropped again. So
Oh, what
he
happened?
he's kind of trying to figure things out because right now he has a guitar, but doesn't have a way to record it. So
Oh,
yeah.
that's crazy, but I get it. Sometimes stumbling blocks appear on the road, and
Hmm.
sometimes either you let the stumbling block stop you so you can reflect and see how you can make a strategy to jump over it.
Yeah, he has a lot of drafts though, so
No,
that's a plus.
no, it's important. It's important. Trust me. It's very important to do that because sometimes if you don't give yourself that time, then it'll just feels like it'll cloud you.
Mhm.
So yeah, man. Uh, hmm. So Anthony Santos is one of your inspirations. Which are the other two? If you had a top three.
So I think I might split it from English to Spanish. Uh, Spanish wise, I would say Anthony Santos,
Okay.
Agapito Pascual,
Hmm.
and Selena. Yeah, those would be my three. And then for English, I would say Kanye West, J Rax,
Yourself.
and XXX Tentacion.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Yeah, um, Extentacion. He's still around or he passed?
He passed away in, I think, 2018,
Yeah,
June.
which there's a couple people that have passed in the rap game recently within the last like 6, maybe 10 years. That you're just like, what?
Yeah,
How did it happen?
it's
Like,
scary. It's very scary.
very.
Yeah.
Like some of these people didn't get a chance to fulfill their true potential. Like, I
Hmm.
think the most impactful one to this day for me, being that I'm in my 40s, was Nipsey Hussle.
Oh yeah, Nipsey definitely. Yeah, he was influential.
Because he looked like he wanted to just be there in the long run. He was like, for me, like, I'm dating myself when I say this. For me, he was like a younger version of Snoop, but a little more grittier.
Yeah, there's a story about that too. They wanted Nipsey Hussle to play Snoop Dogg in I think the NWA movie or something like that.
Mm,
No, Straight Outta Compton movie, I think it was.
yeah,
And Nipsey was like, I'm not gonna do it. I have so much respect for Snoop Dogg. I'm not gonna play as Snoop Dogg.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like, why is he doing that? So for me, there's equivalents, and stuff like that. Uh, well, Kanye, listen, I liked Kanye early on with his graduation day album.
Okay.
Um, After he came out with the show, with the not the show. with the song. I like to when he did the remix of the song with Daft Punk called Power. That was a good song for me. Uh,
Stronger.
Stronger's great. I like that one. Which other one? I I'm not a fan of Ends in Paris, if you know what I mean.
Uh,
I can't I don't want to say that, Ends in
that
Paris.
that album though has great samples, and it's a collaboration with
Yes.
Jay-Z in the album. So the album
Mm.
was one of them.
Yeah, so I liked Diamonds Are Forever, the theme from Sierra Leone. I
Hmm.
like that one because I like the sample that he used,
Yeah,
and the way he did it so seamlessly was great. And then like when he helped out Jay-Z with the song H to the Izzo, that
yeah,
beat was pretty cool.
me too.
And that
Yeah,
helped I think that helped Jay-Z to elevate as well, which is interesting. Um but after I think Bound, that song and that video, I was just like, I'm gonna get this is as laxed and as urban as I'm gonna get. Like, nah, Papa, you missed me with that one. Because at the time he was dating this chick, and it was just like, oh no. It was like watching like a trash fire from a distance and knowing good well that you did not start it and you don't want to be in it, and you definitely don't want to get any little pieces of ash or anything to for it to just keep on like growing and just consuming everything.
yeah. Kanye West, he has no filter at all. So
I know. And it's tough on him. It's just like, wow. Who else? So for me, like I said, musically, well, my musical taste started early on. I'm as old as I had a record player. Yeah, you know that thing that you put vinyl records on and has a
yep,
little thing, and
people
it's a
still buy that to this day.
yeah. Either it's 33 or 45. 45 means it goes too fast and it could scratch the record, or 33 it goes too damn slow. It's like, but then some records could be played at 33.
Hmm.
So I started out with that, and I started out with Dominican music, and then they I used to love the because people were like, "Oh, te compramos this little thing," and if I tell you the records that cousins used to give me, I'm just like, why would you think me at like 7, 8, 9 years old should be listening to Angela Carrasco? De que, oh, el hombre de mi vida, no, no, not that song. Cuando un hombre ama una mujer, some shit like that.
Hmm.
Some stuff like that. Excuse me, sorry. And then the other one was which other one? De que Raúl de Blasio. I'm like, who's listening to these people? Like Pimpinela. I'm like, who's listening to these people? Like, I understand it's the 80s, but how romantic are we? It's like you do realize I'm like 7, 8 years old, right? Like I'm not that tortured about nobody leaving me.
Yeah.
Y si se va, se fue. Hello, goodbye.
Hmm.
Like, let's be for real. So once the 90s came around, then I did the boy bands. Then I did like, I was there when Biggie and Pac were like hot, and they were like the epitome of what's going on. When Dre was producing music and making songs, the same thing with Snoop and stuff like that. So it's interesting. And now even Snoop Dogg makes fun of the mumble rappers nowadays. That's just
Yeah.
I'm sorry. The mumble rappers nowadays are just hilarious. I can't get over it. I want to, but I can't. Because half of the time it's like, what are you trying to say?
Yeah. People. I think the music industry now is just people trying to copy the mainstream artists. I don't see that much artists that are like
Hmm.
authentic and original.
Yeah.
I don't see that much of that these days.
Yeah. And then like after you've been in the game for 10 years, you're already old. You're like, what? I've only been
Hmm.
doing this thing for 10 years. 10 years is nothing. And it's just like, no, it is. You're like, what? When I saw, I think it was Beyonce getting a lifetime video Vanguard Award at the MTV Music Awards, I was just like, oh
Mm.
my God, Beyonce's 40. I said, Oh snap, Beyonce's a year older than me. Oh my gosh, she's been around that long? I was just like, okay, I'm old. I'm done. I'm good. I'm done. So, and circling back to you in terms of your music, um, what do you hope to, gain by doing, all the work that you're putting in?
Honestly, I just gained for like more people to
Mm,
uh be more good in a way. I don't know how to explain it, but like being more having a comfortability when they're listening to my music, like
mhm.
they feel comfortable around me.
Do you think you want to have like a sense of pride when you're doing it, maybe, or add to it, or?
Um,
Mhm.
Honestly, what I'm just thinking about the music wise, I just do it as like as a coping mechanism because a lot of people go through mental health.
Right.
Um, and I just do it just because I love doing it. It's like a passion of mine.
Hmm, hmm.
Like my end goal, I would say I don't want to be like famous. I would just want to be known.
Okay, that's
Uh,
reasonable.
yes, mainly, yeah,
Hmm. Yeah, because nowadays everybody's like, I want to be famous. And then once they're there, they realize it's so much work to stay relevant. And that's
yeah.
when you fall into the pitfalls and start doing stuff that's uncharacteristic to you when you first started.
Hmm.
So, like, sometimes you could fall into the traps of like wanting to do like just really buffoonery, just like really buffoon, silly stuff. Like you become the butt of jokes. You become fodder for people to like use you and just be like, I'm gonna take you seriously, por favor, please. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever. Like tú no tienes talento, o si tú tienes talento, no me importa. Like, do some. It's like a dance monkey dance type of energy. You're just like, yeah, okay, cool. You don't know who I am completely, and you don't know what I'm about completely. Just because what you see on screen is only a tenth.
We're going to be closing up the fourth floor soon. Fifth floor will be open. The classrooms upstairs there. Got you. Thank you. Sorry.
So, yeah.
It's
No, but
cool.
I like the fact that you're trying to use and provide music that's kind of like a coping mechanism. Why that specifically?
What for my music, right?
Yeah, like what's the appeal of doing that for the masses?
Because honestly, I just love to create. I can't stop. I can't stop. When I'm keep creating, I just need to keep the flow going, and
Mhm.
that's what music does for me, and other creative things too. But music mainly helps me take out all that creativity.
True, true, true. So, once you make a, let's say in the next 6 months when you make a year officially doing this professionally, how would that feel for you?
Honestly, it'll feel amazing because I have the resources around me. Like I'm literally in school right now for audio technology,
Hmm.
and I've been trying to find my sound and have my sound very professional and very high quality. Because I've been doing my music in my room, and I want it to sound high quality, but it's not. And then yeah, it's yeah,
Mm.
that's mainly it.
There's always that too.
Mhm.
Well, J-Rex, I wish you the best because
Appreciate
remember,
it.
it doesn't matter what industry you're in, whether it's television, film, whether it's podcasting or even just simple content creation, it is a tough uphill battle and you just got to stay in the fight. And I know you will.
Oh, I
Listen,
definitely
you
will.
reached out to me and I was just like, really? Like I felt seen when you said that. I'm like, oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah,
Really?
because I've heard of you for how many years? I don't know how many years, and I've been trying to get an interview with you. I don't know what was happening, but I'm like, hey, we're here. So
It's been 3 years it's been three
yeah,
years and 4 seasons I've had this show. So it's just like Um, like again, with the inspo for the show itself was just kind of a challenge to myself. And also, to show that I can create content that's worthwhile and, people do pay attention. So I'm absolutely flattered that you were like, oh, she's doing good work. Because trust me, it's hard. It's not easy to like be consistent because there are
It's
times
not.
that you just want to like disappear and just, but then there's times that I'm like, no, this needs to be seen. Like this person needs to be spotlighted. So I am grateful that This Is Your Spotlight has given opportunity to many, many people,
Yeah.
to come on and speak about everything. So I'm very fortunate that I get to do the show my way and I get to spotlight different communities. Like I've talked about ADHD, I've talked about autism. I've even this season, I even spoke to somebody who is a CODA, a child of deaf adults. So
Hmm.
that was interesting because I have to remember all the sign language that I learned with my cousin when I was like 9, 10, 11 years old. So that was pretty cool. And it was great this year. So I just want to keep going. So
Yeah.
we'll see how long I can keep the show going. And
Hmm.
I thank you for your time
No problem.
and for your efforts and keep going. Don't let nothing stop you.
I want to say a phrase that's always in my head.
Mhm.
Uh, it was never give up on what you love the most. Yeah.
It's true.
Hmm.
Um, this one's by Satchel Paige. It says, work like you've never been broke, dance like nobody's watching,
Yeah.
and laugh as if you never cried. It's something to that effect, but
Hmm.
it's very true. So I could like say it better, but I like that kind of thing. I added, the dance part is true. It's like dance like nobody's looking. Well, it's true. Some of us has